Hello, I'm Vince LoCascio, and welcome to the I'm a Busy Guy show. My first two guests, I thought I was busy, are probably the two busiest ladies in the city of Chicago and the Chicagoland area. We have Joanne Serpico, she's the president of the Joint Civic Committee of Italian Americans, and Iliana Incandela, the newly crowned Columbus Day Queen. Ladies, welcome. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Joanne, first I just also wanted to mention that you are winning an award, the 2010 Woman of the Year, Sons and Daughters of Italy and America.
Yes.
Congratulations. And also
Thank
the
you.
Italian American Police Association Lifetime Award.
Yes, I am.
So, well, once again, thank you for being here. Can you tell me a little bit about the JCCI? I know there's a lot to tell, but it was founded in 1952?
The JCCIA was founded in 1952. But the original organization that united the Italian community in Chicago was the Italian Welfare Council, and that was started in 1945. And then in 1952, it became the Joint Civic Committee of Italian Americans. And since that time, we've had continuity and unity, exactly what our goals had been. And one of our major goals was to always have a Columbus Day parade. And that started immediately in 1952.
Really? It's been going on that long.
To speak about continuity, at that time, Marco Di Stefano was the parade marshal of the Columbus Day Parade, and he had it until the year he passed away in 1986, I believe. And with that, his grandson took over, and then his son-in-law. So look at that family since 1952, and now Louis Rego, the son-in-law, is our parade marshal, and we're very proud to have him.
Beautiful. And basically what it is, it's a congress of over 60 Italian-American organizations.
Yes, it is. We have about 75 now. And it's the Congress of the Italian Community. And it was designed so that the presidents of these organizations and two delegates would come together on a monthly basis, and they would have decision-making powers in the Italian community.
Nice. And great with the communication we have with websites and all, it's a clearinghouse for calendars and events.
We try to keep on top of all that. We have a calendar of events, and we have our website, and many of our own other organizations within our umbrella have that as well. So it makes the networking very good.
Nice. And I know there's three divisions. There's the women's division.
We have the women's division, and we have the West Suburban Women's Division, and we have the Young Professional Division. Early on, it was only men in the Joint Civic Committee, but as they kept coming to meeting, their wives would come as well. And so they thought, well, this is a good opportunity to have the wives be active in fundraising and support of the organization. So that's exactly what happened. And now they're a very fluent part of our Italian society, our women's division. They are the ones that are in charge of our Heritage Ball and also our Impreza Award. And their task is to set the gold standards for our JCCIA.
And they're holding the office of president.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
And we have our West Suburban women. I want to tell you about them because they are, without a doubt, the volunteers of our community. Every letter that goes out at Fra Noi, Casa Italia, or Joint Civic Committee is all because of the West Suburban women. And we're very proud to have them.
What a strong organization.
Yes. And our young professionals are truly a supportive group, and we are very proud of them to keep the young people coming in because they are the future leaders of the JCCIA.
Truly, as is Iliana is.
We're very proud of Iliana, very proud. Yeah. And we had a beautiful pageant, and she's the most perfect queen.
Thank you.
And some of the awards that are given by the committee are the Cardinal Bernardin Humanitarian Award.
We have the Cardinal Bernardin Humanitarian Award that is in June every year, and we give it to some deserving person in our community, and that is the most prestigious award in our community. And with that, we have the Peacemaker Award, and the Peacemaker Award is a very new award, which was established because of the death of Robert Simo, one of our dearest members, and he was a vice president at the time that he passed on, and he passed on very suddenly. So Bob, just everything about him promoted peace and tranquility, and so we have this award in his name.
Nice. What a great honor. And there's the Dante Award?
The Dante Award was established because we wanted to recognize those people in the media that have said positive things about the Italian community. So they are our friends, and every year we have that. And that award came out of the Human Relations Society Committee from our organization back in 1972. So we're very proud of that also.
Nice. And I see with Human Relations, they fight against the defamation of Italians.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have so much to be proud of.
We have so much of that.
There's a lot of things that they connect us to movies and crime and all that, but we have so much to be proud for.
Yes.
And I know scholarships are given out as well.
Yes. In fact, Iliana was a recipient of one of our scholarships, the John Fischetti Scholarship for Journalism, and we're very proud. So do you see the caliber of young people we have in our community?
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about the Fischetti Award and how you won
I remember that I won the John Fischetti Award in 2007. I was 18 years old, a senior graduating from high school, and it was for young Italian-American individuals who showed promise in the field of media communications that wanted to pursue careers in such a field. And it was given on the same day as the Dante Award, and Ron Majors actually won the Dante Award that day. So that was a really cool experience and super honorable. I was very humbled by it.
What a great honor. Some of the notable organizations, I know there's over 60, and it's I don't want to miss out on anyone, but some of the notable ones that I know that I mentioned to you both that the Frenoi is like an encyclopedia of information.
Sure.
I mean, the research that I did for the show was in the Frenoi. The Italian American Sports Hall of Fame. Casa Italia, if you want to tell us a little bit about, for people that don't know what Casa Italia is?
Well, we always say Joint Civic Committee is the organization and Casa Italia is the location. And it's a beautiful area. It was started by the Scalabrini order, and then they gave this to the Italian community. And with this, we have all of our festivals there. And we have a meeting place. The Joint Civic office is there. We're one of the proud founders. And we have the ARPA, the Mola Foundation, the San Giovanni Bosco, the Frenoi, Italian American Executives of Transportation. So many are coming there. We have the chapel, which has the Italian Mass every Sunday at 12 o'clock, and that's attended by the minimum of 125 people. Because it would have more if it could seat more, and so we're very proud of that as well.
And the grounds
The spiritual center is the Italian Cultural Center, and we all have meetings there, so it's a very viable location.
Place to go. It's located in Stone Park.
Yes, it is.
And then I know now another organization to be very proud of is the Justinian Society. Italian-American
very
Lawyers.
proud. We just attended. Our first vice president, Antonio Romanucci, just received the award from the Justinian Society last Thursday night.
Yeah, I say it's such a busy schedule that I've
Yes.
seen the Frenoi of all the events that are taking place. And then we also have now the Italian-American Political Coalition,
Yes.
which endorses candidates that we feel will represent us. And then, of course, the crown jewel, the parade, which is in honor this year of the elected Italian-American officials.
Yes, that's our theme this year. Every year there's a theme, and this year the theme is to salute all elected Italian-American elected officials. And since Mayor Daley has announced that he is not running, we also added Arrivederci Mayor Richard M. Daley to our theme.
Beautiful.
Yes, we have.
Beautiful. That's
because
a nice
he's been
honor.
so good to us, been very good to the Italian people, and we'll be very sad to see him go.
Yeah, and I know something that you're very proud of. It's not just the Columbus Day Parade. There's a 5-day extravaganza.
Fiera Italiana, Fiera Italiana was born out of our passion for our heritage. And it's a 5-day prelude to the parade on Daley Plaza, October 4th through October the 8th. And every person appearing in our entertainment for Daley Plaza is donating their time. And Iliana's father is one of those people, Enzo Incandela, And we have many, and that's the beautiful part of it, that everybody is donating their time to promote the positive image of the Italian community on Daly Plaza. We have fashion shows by That Girl Boutique, which is Annie Ziola, Mona Lisa Boutique, which is Carmela Capriati, and Lily of Trieste. And we are very proud of them. And Velda Divino is doing a authentic costume fashion show on Tuesday. So all these people donating their time, and we're very proud of them to do that. It's, as I said before, it's not a fundraiser. It's just to promote the good image of the Italian community.
And it's everything Italian. I mean, there's food.
Oh, Italian food, absolutely. And all our cultural booths. And it'll be quite enlightening for those that stop by and see. So many participating.
There's exhibits.
We have the exhibits. We have Our Lady of Mount Carmel. We have their whole exhibit, their 117 history of the Feast of Mount Carmel. And we have Italia Dea will be there. They will be giving Italian lessons. And it's really very nice. We have the Italian Trade Commission, the Italian Travel Commission, the Italian Chamber of Commerce. We have Fra Noi, the Italian American War Veterans Museum and Library. We have Casa Italia. And then we have a lot of merchandising booths. Of course, we have our own JCCIA booth. And in the JCCIA and in the Casa Italia and in the Italian American War Veterans, we will have 32-inch flat screen TVs, and it will be continuous showing of all our accomplishments of our organization.
How proud.
So it'll be very interesting down there. But then there'll be a lot of good food and a lot of shopping as well.
Yeah.
And we have the Trevi Fountain.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. The replica
yes,
of it.
so that's going to be very great, besides all this fabulous entertainment.
And the Jardiniere contest?
Oh, the Jardiniere contest. Isn't that funny?
That'll
we
be
have
great.
10 contestants, mind you, in the Jardiniere contest, 10 hopefuls, so it'll be very good. And we don't know who the judges are yet. Antonio Romanucci is the chairperson, and he'll surprise us with that on the day of the contest.
I wonder if there's two categories, hot and mild.
There are.
I don't get mild.
Yeah, nobody wants mild anyway.
I like mild.
Everybody that's submitting is submitting hot.
It's like decaf espresso.
Right.
And the parade day is October 11th.
Oh, that's our big day to shine, October the 11th. And we have bus service leaving from Casa Italia. The 7:30 bus will bring you to the 9 o'clock Mass at Pompeii, and then to the parade, and then to Crystal Gardens. The 10:30 bus will take you directly to the parade. So whatever your choice is. And at the Mass, I do want to say it's the most awe-inspiring day is to see everyone come together at the Shrine of Our Lady of Pompeii for Mass on Columbus Day. And after Mass, we go to Regal Park, where the Order Sons of Italy, in conjunction with the Joint Civic Committee, will be laying the wreath at the statue of Columbus. After that, we have a continental breakfast at the church and move on to the parade. So it's a very busy day. The parade will be from 12:30 to 2:30. At 3 o'clock, we start our post-parade reception at the Crystal Gardens and Navy Pier. Beautiful. So it's very, and I must say that Dominic DeFrisco, our president emeritus, again, will be doing the television announcing. And our chairman this year of the parade is Mario Giuseppe Weber. He's our youngest parade chairman ever, and he is so enthusiastic and so generous, and he has been a true asset to the Columbus Day this year.
Nice. To get information about it, they can go to ABC TV.
Absolutely, or call our office.
Okay, and then to move on, the Queen.
The Queen.
The newly crowned Queen.
Yes.
If you can tell me a little bit about how the pageant happens, how you enter, and how do you qualify?
Well, in order to be a contestant, you have to have parents or relatives who are Italian, so you must be 50% Italian, and you have to be between the ages of 18 and 23. And I guess I got into it because I saw the advertisement in the Fra Noi and have heard of the pageant before. I actually sang for it one year, provided the entertainment for it. So I knew in the back of my mind that this was something that I would kind of want to do. And it happens all in one day. You go in, learn your steps, rehearsal, and then the banquet and the pageant happens that evening. So
it's choreographed by Marilyn Fredericks?
Yes.
So it had to be quite a spectacle.
Oh, she's so much fun. Yeah. She has the most life of anyone that I think I've ever met. So,
I know a quote that Joanne had made at the pageant, heritage is our stronghold and pride is our vision.
Oh, definitely. Those are words to live by.
Yeah, I mean, how proud our ancestors must be that people like yourselves are carrying on our Italian heritage, carrying it on to pass it on, to the future generations.
Extremely happy. I know my family, we're all very hard workers. My parents are immigrants. I'm the first generation here, so this is something that's, making our family and our ancestors, of course, very proud. So.
Yeah, well, they're looking down on us.
Yeah.
And in all respect due to the court, if I can mention their names, and I hope I pronounce them right, Alyssa Bergamini, yes. Marcella De Laurentiis, Rhiannon Kohler, Victoria Martello, Marissa Panzerino, and Bianca Scola.
Yes, and one of the things that I got out of this pageant was having a very close bond with the rest of the girls and making friendships, because you go in with this notion that it's going to be very strict and very serious, and everyone gets along so great. I made so many nice friends, so I'm really happy that they're on the court.
Nice. And throughout the year, what are your duties as queen?
Well, this summer was a very busy summer because as queen, I'm required to make certain appearances, and it's not even a requirement for me. I enjoy going to these various Italian festivals and doing shows like this and just actually promoting the good name of Italians and being able to be a platform for modern Italy.
How great is that?
Very great.
And your life, which I mentioned before, is busy.
Very busy.
With all this, you're a senior at Dominican University?
Yes, I am in my last year of college at Dominican, and I am studying graphic design and communications. And I have a very full schedule. I'm taking a full course load, and I go to school 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. So on the weekends, I have to work, so very little time, very little free time. So.
But you make it work.
Oh, I do. I have to.
And to bring up your Italian upbringing, first off, we've talked about your dad already, who's a phenomenal entertainer. And your mom is a language instructor?
Yes, and she has been teaching Italian for, I want to say 10 years. She is the director of the Italian language program at Casa Italia. So she's very, very busy with all of the different locations that have these Italian language programs for kids and adults, and it's the best way to teach your child Italian, have them immersed constantly in a language program and teach them at home. But if you can't teach them at home, Casa Italia will help you with your language needs.
And how great is that? I mean, because it's not just at Casa Italia. Like you mentioned, there's branches she has all over the place.
Oh, right, yes. There's locations in Mount Prospect and Schaumburg. There's so many, numerous locations. And if you call Casa Italia, you will be able to find out, or check out the Fra Noi, because they always have advertisements for those Italian language programs.
Yeah, I told you, it's an encyclopedia.
It is.
It truly is.
Yeah.
Speaking of it, so as long as you can remember, you spoke both languages.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. There was never really a distinction. It was always just something that came very naturally. My parents would speak to us in Italian, and we might respond back in English, but we always knew what they were saying. And we kind of were forced to learn the language, even though sometimes we would say, oh, I don't want to speak it. Yeah. I'm so glad that my parents took us to Italy as kids, because if you want to play with the other kids, you have to learn to speak this language. So we learned, and it's a beautiful thing being able to be tied to that culture and to still be connected with that language.
That's great, because, I know I'm not alone, but a lot of people in the previous generations, I don't know their reason, if they made the mistake of not teaching their kids because they wanted to be Americanized, or were going through so many changes. But the people that do speak Italian, it's beautiful. It's great to listen to, and I've spent my entire life trying to learn, with CDs and stuff like that. But I'm going to contact your mom about learning how.
Yeah, definitely.
And you mentioned you'd taken many trips back and forth to Sicily?
Yes, my parents are Sicilian. My father grew up in a town called Altavilla Milicia, which is near Palermo, and my mom was born in Siracusa, which is on the other side of Sicily, but she grew up in the north and in Switzerland. So we got to visit all over Italy as children, and we would take road trips in this little Ford Escort from Altavilla all the way to Siracusa, and we would sing songs, and all 6 of us, because I have 3 sisters, all 6 of us would be scrunched in this car. But now that I look back, those were the fun memories.
Sounds like a movie. I mean,
it really does. And while you're going through it, you're like, man, this car is so small, and look, there's goats and cows all over the. But it was just so magical and really, really a fun experience. And
I had a note about formally trained, but I mean, what greater trainer than your father to sing? So
yes.
But did you take any formal singing lessons, or?
No, I took singing lessons for the first time this summer, and they were very brief. But I've been singing since I was a kid. I've always had a knack for entertainment, and entertainment, I would say, is in my blood. My uncles' children, my father's whole family, that are really musically talented. So we were always around it, and we were always around just the stage presence, and this. We exuded entertainment. We're always on in my family. So I was never formally trained, but it was natural to us. And I've done countless musicals growing up. I did so many productions, and then I just started singing publicly about 4 years ago or 5 years ago. So,
which leads me to my next question, which just seems to be your real passion is singing. Because I know on people can find you on pretty elaborate stuff on MySpace.
Yes. MySpace. My MySpace address is myspace.com/IlianaI, which is ILIANAI. Mm-hmm. And they can find me on YouTube if you just type in my first name, Iliana Incandela, you can find me as. And then there's also a group on Facebook. You pretty much can find me through any social media, social network.
Yeah. So. Which is another thing that leads back to the JCCI, because all the networking that goes on with the committee, it's just great. I mean, if somebody wants to look up where to find you, where you're playing, right between that and the Frenoi, there's so much communication available to us.
Definitely.
So let me ask you, when you were a little girl, you'd go to the Columbus Day Parade. Did you look up in the dream and say, one day that's for me?
Yeah, actually, I remember going to the Columbus Day Parade with my dad's restaurant because they had a float. And we would go and dress up in the traditional garb. And I would be like, oh, this is so much fun. This is great. And when I would watch pageants and such on TV, I would think that would be so nice to be, in that position of, it's such a revered and respected position. So I've always dreamed of doing something like that. And then this year I finally said, okay, the clock is ticking. Yeah. I'm almost 23. I should probably do the competition. So I did.
Nice. Joanne, let me ask you, who are the judges?
Each year we have a committee, and the committee selects the judges. And the judges are not known to anyone until the day of the pageant. And actually they're really not known that day either until they take their seats.
Really?
Yeah, we don't announce it. And so it makes it very legitimate. And we do have an accounting firm that tallies the votes. And it's very professional. The girls start out with a production number, as Iliana said, choreographed by Marilyn. Very professional. We provide the outfits, so all the girls are dressed alike. And after that, opening number, then they come out in their own evening gown. So we're very proud of them. It's a very high caliber, not a beauty contest. It's strictly a pageant. And their poise, their personality, and their appearance are what counts.
And I know the questions that are put together, one was the difference between being Italian and Italian American. How did you respond to that?
Right. Well, at the time I responded that the difference between being Italian American versus just American is that when you're Italian American, you get the best of both worlds. You can appreciate all of the wonderful things of your ancestors, and you have the best of this world and the opportunities of this world. And I made a comment about Nutella sandwiches. I mean, I didn't have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I had Nutella sandwiches. You know, being Italian American is having the rye burned into the bottom of your TV screen, or hearing
the garlic in the morning.
or hearing Albano and Romina Power blasted through your house on a Sunday morning. That's the difference.
Okay, and then we had mentioned briefly about you did an internship with Rondon St.
Yes,
who
I
won
did.
himself won the Ellis Island Award. What was your internship with?
I was a production intern. I had asked Ron, "Are you looking for interns?" Because I was so intrigued by his whole company and just his accomplishments. I respect him so much, and he's helped me out so much. And he said, "Yeah." And 2 days later, I was in the office, and I was putting together the concert for Zucchero, who is a blues and rock artist. He's internationally renowned. And he said, "Okay, Iliana, you have to get this guy some venues all across the United States, so get to work."
Really?
And here I am, this 18-year-old, 19-year-old intern. Where do I start? But I learned so much. I learned how to put together a concert. I learned how to help with festivals and just how to work in the entertainment industry.
And you received the David Award?
Yes,
Can you
I
tell me what that is?
received the David Award for Entertainment. Rondon St. had nominated me for this award, and this is for people who show promise in entertainment, and that took place in February of last year.
Nice. Well, this is your CD. It's called the cover album,
The cover album.
which is phenomenal. And how people go to your website or your MySpace to find out how to?
Yes, you
get
can
this?
go to myspace.com/IlianaI to find that, or you can get in touch with me via email, incandela@hotmail.com. That's INCANDELA@hotmail.com.
And then, what advice would you have for a young Italian girl that wants to become the queen, or not just so much wants to become the queen? Advice, because you're carrying the torch. Joanne carried the torch. You're carrying the torch.
Right.
What would you say?
I think it's very important for young Italian American girls to be closely related and closely connected to their culture, to learn the language, and to do great things, because we have so many wonderful inventors and musicians. So keep on the legacy of being Italian and be the next Da Vinci. Lady Gaga's Italian.
Yes,
so,
she is.
Yes, she is.
I guess so. Well, I wanted to thank you both for being here. And if you can, pass that down to Joanne.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
And anything else? What you want to? The parade is October
October the 11th. And, I must say this about the parade. The parade is for all ethnic groups. We have the Spanish are in it, the African Americans are in it, the Irish are in it, and Christopher Columbus discovered America for everyone. So we have multi-ethnic groups in our parade, and we're very proud of it.
Well, I can't tell you how proud you make all the Italians, to be Italian, and especially in the Chicagoland area, because, like I said, with the politicians, we have so much to be proud of. The public officials, the judges, the Justinian Society, and then just the basics, the food,
The food,
singing,
of course.
the
Yes.
laughing and the dancing. So this was a great opportunity for both of you to take time out of your busy schedules. Like I said, but the show's called I'm a Busy Guy, but you are two of the busiest guys.
Yeah.
Excuse me for 1 second.
Okay.
Hello. Oh. All right, I forgot. Yeah. All right, bye. I got to go.
Okay.
I forgot I had another appointment, so if you guys want to finish up the show, thanks for being here. I'll see you at the parade.
We hope so.
Okay.
We want you at the parade, absolutely.
Fiera Italiano.
And thank you for having us.
Thank you,
All right,
Vince.
bye.
You must be.